fuck are you doing here, stalker?
Hold on, this is not right.
Oh, I'm giving you gold here, and you're not ready?
You start recording before I even get a chance to.
You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready in this business. This business of me and a friend doing a podcast. You look good. What the fuck's going on with you? What changed? Holy shit. You look good.
Okay.
Oh, now you sound as good as you look.
All right, we're back, baby.
That's it,
I
folks.
shaved the other day.
Ooh, shaved.
A full clean shave. Yeah, it's growing back. I haven't had stubble in a while. It's nice. It's nice to be here.
Do you like the stubble? What's it feel like?
I like the stubble. Yeah, it feels nice. I don't know. I'm always touching my face. I know you're not supposed to touch your face these days, but I'm really liking it.
Yeah, I forgot about the touching face thing. That was like a big thing. Like, don't touch your face.
Yeah.
But I probably do it more than I should. But I constantly wash my hands and I bring sanitizer everywhere.
I wash my hands on my face. That's how I do it.
You use your face as soap.
Yeah.
The oil.
I use whatever's on my face.
Do you ever take a nap and then you wake up and your contacts are all crazy?
No, what is that like? I've never had contacts before.
I know. I knew that was the answer. I just thought maybe I would say it like that to be fun.
I know. I figured that.
I'm crazy.
You're wild, dude. You're wilding out right now.
I was dead asleep for 20 minutes and I set my alarm for 5 minutes before 4 p.m. when we were doing this so that I could wake up. And
I was napping too. That's funny. I set mine for 5 minutes before this.
when I texted you, 4 still good? I was hoping you were like, can we push to 5? And I would have kept sleeping. But I think you got me in a real zonkers moment.
Good. I actually woke up before my alarm. So we both took little naps. How long was yours for?
I think 20. I think maybe 20 to 30, which apparently is for a power nap is really good. I can't believe we're fucking it's midday. We're taking naps.
Yeah.
We both now have cold brews with
mine's Zabasine.
A true Zabasine. I got a Maltesian cold brew.
Cheers. That's
cheers. Good. Salutatorian. And what a life we're leading. What'd you do today? We're off this week. So what have you been doing?
What did I do today? I woke up. Me and Danny Green worked on the movie we've been working on since February. I know you think that's very funny.
Adding the February part really makes clear.
Yeah. I mean, that's how long it takes, you know?
Oh, I know. I don't, but I know.
You know. What else? I went to the gym. I was going to go for a bike ride, but my pedal fell off. That's one of the things that happens when you have someone build you a bike from parts. Sometimes things go wrong.
Wow. But what's good about that? It's like you have to learn how to fix it. So it's like your hobby becomes a skill.
Well, what's also good is I think he feels like he owes me one because he keeps coming and replacing the parts for free because it keeps having little issues.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know because it's been a bargain, this whole thing. It just takes some patience.
It feels like in The Mask where he's got the give him the loaner.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the wheels are falling off.
I like that car. I had a Mandalorian effect. What's it called again?
Mandela effect.
A Mandela effect about
Mandalorian effect is it's where you remember something from the future.
Got it. No, I had a Mandela effect then.
Mandela
effect.
All right, what was it?
The Mask. Correct me if I'm wrong. You remember there was a redheaded journalist that was sort of like a femme fatale kind of character.
There is a
kind of.
She's like you're a nice guy, and she used to she wrote a column that he was really into the column. And he was just like, you're this person? I used to read your column all the time. No. She said that about him because he used to write
he's a
in
banker,
letters.
isn't he? Oh,
yeah, but he used to write in letters and she was just like, you're Mr. Nice Guy or whatever the thing was. What is the thing you don't remember? Is she not redheaded?
She's redheaded. In my memory from the movie, she's evil. She betrays him and gets killed. Did she get killed and thrown into a newspaper press?
No. What happens is she's supposed to get a bunch of money, but then I think the bad guy she runs away with some money, but I think then the bad guy just
Hold on.
torches a bunch of money. Is that your cat crying?
Yeah, he's just crying
Sounds
at
like
me.
it sounds like he's like Joey,
I thought he was like in trouble or something, but he seems fine. He's just in a mood.
Joey.
Why? Why?
Your dog used to like say it, like almost make
Yeah.
out words.
Maybe Miles gained sentience or something. He's like, why? He got
I mean-
existential.
I'll believe it in 2020, folks.
I don't know. I just found him. So anyway, so did she get killed? I'm sorry. I was like distracted by my moaning cat.
No, she runs out at the last minute, and nothing. I don't think like any coming up and happens to her.
I guess I don't know if it was a deleted scene or
She
I
goes-
just dreamt it afterwards.
She brings him to this spot, and then the bad guy's like, she's like, okay, here he is, or she hands him over to the bad guy, and she's like, and he's like, hello, what are you doing? And it's like, I'm sorry, you really are a nice guy, but
Right.
you know
Dorian,
what I mean?
right?
But I got to pay the bills. You know?
Yeah, I remember this.
And then she like walks out, but I forget if she does something to like vindicate, you know what I mean, like herself. Is it the right word? You
Yeah,
know?
where she like, she does the right
Yeah,
thing in the end.
I think, I can't remember if she does something where she's like, kicks the mask over to him or something like that. But that seems like,
Wait. Okay, so if I type in the mask, her name is Peggy Brandt in the movie. If I
That
type in
makes
the
sense.
mask Peggy, it says death.
oh, she dies.
It's a deleted scene.
Weird. What is it?
It's exactly what I thought. Hold on,
How
I'm
does she-
watching.
And they kill her?
She gets killed. Yeah, she gets killed. She gets thrown into the newspaper press.
Wait a second. So this did happen. So how did you see it? Why was it a deleted scene?
I don't
When did-
know.
how did
Was
you
it in
see
the
it?
theatrical release?
Can
This
you send me the link? Put it in the chat in our
Okay.
Zoom. Because I'll just know from memory if I've seen it before. But
Because-
it doesn't seem like, who does it?
This is, I think Dorian does it. The bad guy when he's masked. This is weird because I don't think I've seen it on DVD. I don't think this was some deleted scene I saw. The movie came
Yeah.
out in '94.
I
Was
think I watched this movie like a little while ago, like not that long ago. I think I love The Mask because it's obviously like how you should have proposed to Allie.
I know. Did we ever actually reveal that? We did, right? Knowing that she would never listen to the podcast.
Oh yeah, we talked about it on the cruise episode, I think.
Right.
And we told Sal and Cypher Sounds, and they both thought you should do it.
Right.
But wait,
That's
so
right.
all right, so I'm watching this now, and I don't think I've seen this, but he
This
puts the
is
mask
exactly
on.
how I remember it. I don't know when I saw it though.
I'm not seeing. Oh, is Peggy trying to like leave or something?
I didn't watch it with the sound on.
Okay, I'll let you know because this isn't okay. I've never seen this because she goes back off, freakazoid. I wasn't born yesterday.
You
And
would
then
remember
he
that.
Squeezes the gun. Wow. Yeah, he just like threw her into the thing.
And then it has like a real mask moment where you'll see.
Oh, with the paper,
Yeah.
newspaper. She's already on the newspaper.
It says like,
reported
and it's
killed
yeah.
in freak accident. What the hell?
So this wasn't Mandela. I knew this. So when the hell did I see it? It's the weirdest memory,
I don't think that was in the movie.
but it clearly exists. I saw it somewhere.
See, Joe, you got to realize that your memory is.
It's got holes in it.
Yeah, like you're like a Westworld robot that like, you know what I mean? Like you've been programmed so many times
Is
that
this
like you
now?
don't remember. Yeah, yeah. Did you watch Westworld?
Yeah, I've seen it all.
So I just finished it.
All three?
Yeah, all 3 seasons.
What did you think?
I had watched 1 when it came out, and 2, I did that thing where I waited for it to be done, and then I watched the whole thing, and so I did that again. So for season 3, I thought it was pretty great.
I didn't love season 3. So I like the themes of it. I don't know. Something was amiss
Yeah,
for me.
it didn't tie up right. Like my ideas of what season 3 were. You ever do that with the show? You're
Yeah.
like, oh, this is going to be this, and then they don't do it, and you're like, what the fuck? My idea was so much better. I should write for this show.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like the Nolan brothers. I think they seem to get like real wrapped up and jerking off or something.
Wait,
they're
there's
like-
Nolan brothers?
Yeah, Jonathan Nolan is Christopher Nolan's brother.
That's news to me.
Yeah,
I didn't know there
and
was
he's
Jonathan Nolan.
one of the guys. Jonathan Nolan's one of the guys behind Westworld. He wrote Memento. I think he must have written
Oh,
some other things
they're really
with Christopher, his brother.
those Nolan brothers are really fucked up and dark, huh? It's so
I know.
funny that both
I
of
know.
them, like, I wish one of them made like, kids shows or something.
They love to reboot stuff and make it darker. That's the whole
Wow.
thing.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, is that? Oh yeah. Did you see the original Westworld?
I'd like to. I haven't. Yul Brynner is what everyone talks about
It's rough to get through, but it's got some cool stuff.
because it's just dated.
Yeah, it's really dated. It feels really dated. Like the sets and stuff, you're like, oh my god.
But I mean, it's it's like a Western set is usually pretty, for lack of a better word, chintzy looking. You know what I mean?
Nice, bringing Chintzy back.
And
Is Chintzy
I'm
gonna be like
bringing
our new
Chintzy
scam?
back.
Is Chintzy gonna be our new irregardless?
But it's a real word.
Bringing Chintzy.
I'm bringing him back.
I love that. You haven't heard the song in so long that's what you think that that Justin Timberlake is doing.
Yeah, that's what he's up to.
I'm bringing Chintzy back. Westworld. I felt my overall review is.
Yeah.
Here's the thing I really needed in between every season is like a YouTube recap.
Oh my God, yeah.
You watched it?
I had to, yeah. That's
Yeah.
why it feels like I'm doing homework with that show. I'm like, what the fuck,
Yeah, this
I
season
like it, but
what's funny though is this season I was like, I kind of knew everything that was happening as it was happening. Like I was like, wait, did I miss something? Who are these characters? They don't seem like what they used to be like. And then it turned out, spoiler, that they were like all Dolores.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like copies. And that I was kind of like, I was like, okay, like I kind of knew that was kind of going to happen. And I understood that pretty well. My problem was what they did with William this season. The old, like, the Ed Helms.
I guess, well, it
Ed
sounds like
Helms.
they're turning him into like Yul Brynner's character in Westworld. Like he's the cowboy in black,
Right. But that, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but Yul Brynner is a robot.
Yes.
Oh, so I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
For next season.
Yeah.
I know, but I don't know. There was so much stuff like I feel like they really made a lost.
And if you're listening to this and you're concerned that we're spoiling something, don't worry. We're not. It's
There's
all
so much
very
more.
confusing. You'll be fine. Yeah.
I actually watched a bunch of like recap season 3 things, hoping that I missed stuff, and then I was like, oh yeah, I guess
It was
got
all
it
right
all.
there. Yeah, I don't know. Season 2 I
Because,
thought was good.
I
but-
wanted there to be like weird theories and things, and there was people were just like, people had more theories for what next season's going to be like. And I watched the thing about the timeline. That was cool. I don't know.
I'm like begrudgingly watching Fargo right now. Have you watched any of it?
No, my brother loves it, and I want to get into a new show. That Fargo's a good option.
It's real fun. But
How's this new one?
personally, the new season I'm having a hard time with. I might be in a minority here, but a lot of people love it. But I find it to be very on the nose or something. It doesn't feel like the same style as past seasons. I don't know. It's very like it just feels like a TV show to me right now. Like this could be almost any other TV show.
Chris
Like
Rock
a
season?
lighter Boardwalk Empire. Yeah.
Oh, right. It's that era, right? The Boardwalk Empire, like
It's
kinda era?
1950, so it's after
Oh.
that, but
Yeah, that's
I don't
right
know.
after.
yeah.
When you said that you're the minority, I thought this thing where yesterday, for some reason, I was singing to Lisa, I want to be the minority. And she was like, that's not the lyrics. And I was like, check it. It's very rare that I'm right.
Right.
And she
What is he saying?
Billy Joe?
Wait, and what did she think it was?
She didn't say. She didn't say like it's not. She was just like, I know it's not that.
I want to be the minority.
I want to. Yeah, this. So this is a Green Day song. I want to be the minority. I don't need your authority. Down with the moral majority, because I want to be the minority.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what he means. I think it's like, I think he wants to be punk. I think it's like they ran out of so many ways to say I'm punk that
Yeah.
they were like, I want to be like, I'd rather be.
I mean, a minority could mean many things, but typically when we think of it, we think of something specific, like a social class of people, I guess. Not class, but
I think maybe they want to be like the underdog.
Yeah, it sounds like it. But she didn't know she didn't know. She thought it was.
I think she thought I was like spoofing a song, like I might do.
And you know that song,
American Idiot.
no, what's the other one from that album? Warning. Live without.
Warning. Yeah.
That's a complete ripoff of a Kinks song, Picture Book. They both have this line. Dun, 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 dun. That's
really
from the Kinks. Yeah.
This
He rips people off.
This is a Mandalorian.
Kind of his thing. He ripped off a Dillinger 4 song as well for American Idiot.
I mean, yeah. I mean, his chords are so basic. I feel like you're just gonna run.
It's just weird when it's Dillinger 4. It's definitely like, you know, like someone that's still like a pretty authentic in the punk scene band, and he's definitely aware of them, and he's definitely just stealing the riff.
I don't know anything by Dillinger 4.
They have a good album called Versus God, I think, that I really like.
Dillinger Escape Plan.
I know. I don't know them. I know Dillinger 4.
The Dillinger 4?
I think it's just Dillinger 4. They're like 4 bartenders from Philadelphia that get together and make music every now and then.
Are they 90s?
Yeah, I think so.
That's so funny. That's a band I know absolutely nothing about. Nothing. Like if you were like The Refused, I'd be like, yeah, I know some songs. I know them. Like there's some other, you know, bands.
I wouldn't either, but Justin got me into them.
That makes sense.
Yeah. He's like my punk rock conduit.
Cool word.
Yeah.
Real cool word.
What'd you do for Halloween?
For Halloween. For Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at my list of things to talk about.
Okay, cool. Is that next?
Halloween night, we did nothing. We put Granny in a granny costume.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It blew up on TikTok.
Did it?
I don't have TikTok.
It went viral in MChat.
It went, yeah. And we went out to dinner with 2 friends, and we went to Rule of Thirds, and it was incredible. Japanese restaurant.
All right, I guess I got to try it.
Incredibly.
I hear that.
It was so good. You know what they do? What I like is it's like they do have like some sashimi. They have no sushi rolls, but they have like a few like sashimi kind of things. But they do like this like comfort Japanese, like this like authentic to like I think like probably more like outside of Tokyo stuff. And it's like these hearty, warm dishes. It was like an outdoor dining situation. They have like, you know, like kind of tents, but it feels like good. You're outdoors.
Yeah.
Which
I know. Like. We almost had the wedding that we were looking at. Too small.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
That's right.
Now it might not be big enough. Wait, no, might be too big.
Have you had to talk about like cutting it down?
No, not yet. I mean, I'm still kind of just in a holding pattern right now.
How small would it have to be that I'm not invited?
I don't know. I don't think that's possible. I guess it would just have to be like parents only.
I feel really good about that.
So you're safe. Yeah. I don't know about Lisa, but you're safe.
My brother got married.
Yeah.
We could talk about it.
We can finally talk about it. You want to spill the beans?
I mean, I think Meals on Wheels spilled the beans.
That's the funniest one.
Well, they worked it out. Like, yeah, they did that to like draw more attention. They raised like a lot of money, which is it's such a weird thing to be like. They just announced it first, and
that's awesome. If you have this like piece of news that you know the world for some reason wants to hear,
yeah,
like why not do something good with it? I think that's great.
I think it was Scarlett's idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a small ceremony, right?
Yeah, it was.
People ask me if I was invited. I'm like, no, no.
I could see it.
It's a sweet question, but no.
I know. I mean, I think like they were really trying to pare it down. There was mostly just family and then a few people from like SNL. But the other thing that's really interesting is like there really was no like industry. Like actually I talked to her like Scarlett's like manager and lawyer were there or agent or whatever. And they were like, this is so refreshing that it's like all just friends, like and family of you. Is
that what happens when you get a manager and an agent? I don't have this. Is this that you start hanging out with them like Ari Gold and like inviting them to places and stuff?
I didn't invite my reps to my wedding.
Right. Is that a problem?
No, but I had to whisper it in case they're probably listening.
Right.
If
they're any good, they're listening to everything you do.
No, they don't. They don't.
Well,
they don't give a shit about me. they have bigger clients and stuff.
Who's their biggest client?
I shouldn't say. Some SNL people, like I think my manager reps Kate McKinnon, and then some other like writing teams and stuff like that.
I was surprised you didn't go to see the Strokes on Saturday at SNL.
Yeah, I feel weird going to like. I really wanted to. Those performances were so good.
Yeah, it was a good show.
It really made me like want to play in a band.
I know.
Like
Tell
just
me
want
about
to
it.
play music with friends, and it was so. I mean, it was so refreshing. Like I was kind of like, I think after this, like guitar sales are going to go up, and like people are going to buy instruments again.
Yeah, guitars are gonna be the new dogs.
Yeah, right. I mean,
like
they
everyone
probably
got a
were.
dog.
I think a lot of people did probably buy instruments to learn it during quarantine.
Bikes, dogs, and maybe guitars. Yeah.
I drank a lot at the wedding. A good deal.
Mhm.
Nothing like.
And your speech went well.
Yeah. Oh man, that was nerve-wracking.
I'm sure.
I was fine with it. I was like excited for it. And then Steve Higgins, who's, like an SNL and announcer guy for Fallon, he was kind of like the kind of an unofficial officiant where he was like, he's ordained or whatever. So he was the one who signed their marriage thing, and he introduced it and told a great story about how like he tried to set them up 15 years ago and Colin was late. So if he was just better with time, then they'd be celebrating the 10-year anniversary. And,
That's fine. Yeah.
but it was good. It was really sweet. Anyway, he was like, I'm really nervous. And I was just like, oh, it'll be good. And he's like, I know, but I'm just nervous. And I was like, oh, fuck, now I'm nervous.
Right.
Like, he's nervous.
Did you have like a couple of drinks beforehand?
I had one.
I didn't have any when I gave mine, and I wish I had had one or maybe at most two. But
Yeah.
one would have been nice.
When where did you give
Pat's.
yours? Pat's?
Yeah.
But you've given a good amount of speeches now. Mostly eulogies.
Mostly eulogies. Yeah, I don't really get drunk for those.
I wish you did Pat's as a eulogy.
Yeah, I know. Maybe the next time.
Yeah, I thought mine was good. I felt like maybe like a little rushed. People said it was good, so I feel good
Did
about
you
it. But
Did you have one prepared? Because this wedding seems like it was kind of like.
I kind of had to change it so a lot of the ideas I had were more like a dining best man speech, and this was like during the ceremony. They had a lot of people speak, like they had like just a bunch of like family members and stuff speak, and so they were like, we kind of want you to go during this. It's like a little bit, instead of like in the big run of people doing it during the dining thing. They thought it'd be nice because they also know that I care about that, that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of spoke to them as like a family unit, which I thought would be nice.
That's cool.
It was good. It went well. I was kind of like, it was a little bit like they didn't know where to stand at first. And then so I was like, oh, where do I, it was just like that funny.
Any inappropriate jokes?
No, I did cut this one thing that was sort of like
A Black Widow joke?
No, not a Black Widow joke, but close. It was a joke that was
A Ghost World joke?
It was a joke that was like Colin is like, kind of like he's too perfect. Like, you know what I mean? He's like a great brother. And he's like, he won't even let me be black sheep because he does so much weirder shit. Something like that.
Yeah.
It's just like the idea of like, it's true. It's like, I can't even be the weird one because he does way weirder shit on top of all the cool shit he does.
Right.
But yeah, it just kind of was like, let me not make it too goofy. I had some fun jokes about like how I've been calling Scarlett Big Sis behind her back now since like way before they were even engaged.
Right. When you first met her.
And I was like, I hope that's okay. And she was just like, it's okay. And I said, thanks, Big Sis. That got a good chuckle. I had a few other things.
Cool.
It also paired well because everyone made fun of like Colin's like being like late for things. And so my angle was sort of like the reason why Colin's so like awful at time, or like the reason why we all tolerate Colin being so awful at time is because of like how he spends that time with you. And like, yeah, he might be late, but it's sort of like when he is there, you really feel it and you want to have him around as much as you can. It was nice. I think it played well.
That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. You got to be sweet and sour,
What did you do for Halloween?
I dressed as Borat and I went to a backyard house party.
Oh yeah, that's right. How'd that go?
That's why I had a mustache and then just a mustache. So I've shaved it all down since.
Even it out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you probably, how was it? Did you guys have a day of like clean shaven?
Yeah, I don't really have any pictures. Maybe I'll do it again.
How did it feel?
It felt really nice. It's been
Yeah.
so long. It's nice to reset, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I look weird. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I feel like I used to look younger when I didn't shave, and I would grow a beard to make myself look a little older. And now I feel like when I shave, I look older, and the beard
I
makes me
know.
look younger.
It's interesting, huh?
So
I can't. I've been kind of going back and forth with all kinds of looks, but
yeah,
you know what I always do is if I feel like I'm gaining a little weight, I'll shave because then I'll be like, oh man, like because you know a beard kind of hides, you know. So sometimes like if your face is getting a little fat or something, I feel like a beard like will hide that. And so I would shave to do it, and then that didn't work either. So now I have to like really watch what I eat and
right.
maybe try to exercise. It's weird though because I've been moving around so much more. Like I take this dog for like long walks and like we'll run around. I skateboard with her. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if I'm maybe just overall more sedimentary.
Sedimentary or sentimental?
No. It's
Sedentary.
sedentary is what I was looking for. But
I made this sick ass burger the other day, and then I was like, maybe like, let me start seeing like what I'm eating. Let me start looking at the calories, and I put in just the raw ingredients of what I had. It was like a 1,700 and change calorie burger. So I was like, oh,
1,700.
I guess there's my meal for the day. And it was just a cheeseburger. I just got ground beef. I like kind of like mashed it, and I put it in beef broth and onions, so it like soaked and poached in there until it all evaporated. It was delicious. And then I just put that on like a piece of bread. I made like a patty melt with it,
Ooh.
And there was not much to it. It was just cheese, onions, burger, bread, and it was 1,700 calories according to the thing.
Bread is crazy. I had a little bread last night.
I'm not sure if the bread would have made the difference, but that's nice. What was
so we went to
context?
Sunday in Brooklyn, which is
the sister restaurant.
Yeah, for Rule of Thirds.
Jinx.
And,
Case.
And they just like sent us, since we know the owner, they sent us like some pita bread and like hummus stuff. It was really good, but the pita bread looked so good, and I also felt like obliged.
Yeah, nothing like being forced to eat bread.
Obligated? Felt obligated.
Mm-hmm.
Did I said I felt
obliged.
Yeah,
when you say like, you would say like much obliged as a way of saying thank you. Like now I'm obliged, I think.
I don't know. I fucking up. I'm too zooted.
Yeah.
But I tried some and it was really good. It was almost like, sometimes you get pizza on like a little tin, like like they'll do like brick oven pizza where they throw the tin and they'll serve it like that. It was like that. So there was like a real crustiness to the pita bread, like that was like a pizza, but then it was also really doughy.
Yeah, I know what
like
you mean.
Oil and spices and cumin and shit. It was so
cannot
good.
Eat it.
Yeah, I had to have a little bit. It's a sin.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just trying to pay a little more attention to that stuff, but
the other thing is like we're older now too.
Yeah,
and that's huge.
It hits you harder.
Yeah, and I don't even think like aside from like drinking, I don't think I'm doing too many like bad you know what I mean, like empty calories and stuff. Like I don't eat a lot of sweets. But I was eating like a lot of mango again, dried mango. I don't eat almond butter. Like I eat like those big scoops of that shit that I get from Saratoga peanut.
I don't eat many meals a day, but when I do, they're doozies,
Really?
I'll have like one big meal and then maybe like a small snack, like a chip and dip or something.
I know it's scary because I try to do everything but work out.
Right.
And then so when that's not working, I'm like, oh fuck, do I have to work out?
It's nice. It feels good. You don't have to do too much of it, Get a Peloton.
No way.
No?
No.
Why?
I don't want to put that in here. I have so much music shit. Like I can't put a exercise bike in too.
Man, you throw a movie on, you bike for an hour and a half, and you're good.
That's it? That's all you have to do?
Yeah, that's one thing you could do.
I know. I'd rather just bike.
Yeah, but it's gonna get cold out. I'm gonna bike. It's just,
You are?
Yeah, I got some winter gear. Once I get this pedal fixed, it sucked when it came off. I had to walk all the way back from Prospect Park.
Oof. Well,
which isn't bad.
It's not far at all.
It's just that I was on like the opposite side of it. I was, it was like as far as I could be from home.
Didn't you just like coast?
At one point I did, yeah, but it wasn't easy. Only downhill. It fell off like right before this big uphill part on Prospect Park, which is it's a tough hill.
I fell off my skateboard today with the dog.
Really?
Yeah.
She was on it in your hands?
I was like, skating, and then it's a newer skateboard. Like I found, it's weird. I found some skateboard parts outside of some person's house. There was like a bunch of stuff they were just getting rid of. And I was like, oh, cool. And so I matched some other skateboard parts I had, and I built this like cool Frankenstein board, and it's great, but it's a little bit more getting adjusted. It's like a bouncier, it's almost more plasticky kind of board.
Mm-hmm.
It's great, but there was like something that I could usually roll over with my other skateboard that like just kind of stopped me, and I like went forward, the board went backward, and Granny was like, Rick.
That's like me with the bike, things just go wrong now.
Yeah, are you worried about like really Danny Greening yourself?
Not really. I can't think of I can't think of it that way. It's pretty sturdy otherwise, if the pedal fell off, it was attached to my shoe because I have the grips, the clips.
I just hope the brakes are good. Make sure the brakes are good.
Yeah, everything seems fine. I don't know what else, what could possibly go wrong this time.
Oh no, don't say that.
I took a pot brownie the other day at the Halloween party. They're left over from Allie's bachelorette.
That's such a classic, huh? Like a pot brownie.
Yeah, and it was delicious, and it got me high. It was great.
How high?
Pretty high. But I only had like a quarter of a brownie, and it was like it was not too crazy. It's like it's kind of the amount that I'm like, oh, I could do this at home, and it would be no big deal. It was like the right amount.
That's the thing. I'll never ever take an edible like that, like a pot brownie. Sorry, there's like literally a parade going by of
I don't hear it.
Music or something. I don't think I'll ever take like a
because you can't dose it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That was why I was scared of taking it, but now I know.
I don't even like to take more than like a 5 milligram anything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, sometimes I'm like, every time I rarely try to take Advil, but even when I do, I say to Lisa, I'm like, just one, right? And she's like, no, 2.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, all right.
Literally the same with Advil and Allie.
I don't want to take it.
Yeah, I don't know. So we both feel that way, that like our body should be able to handle itself.
I think so.
That's kind of my approach.
Yeah, I think so. I don't want to ever rely on it, kind of thing. But I think a pot brownie is classic. And do you remember why you got kicked out of Rider University, the school that I went to?
The pot cupcakes. I didn't get kicked out, did I?
Yeah, you did. You got a letter home. Your mom was the only one who read it.
I didn't get it was Pat got the letter home. I didn't get a letter.
You got one too.
I didn't admit to anything.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't get a letter.
Oh.
Yeah, we took back in your college. We were hanging out. You, me, Pat, took pot cupcakes. Who made them?
Allegedly. I actually don't remember who made them.
And they were great. We had a great time. We were jumping around in like the common area of like your building. I think we called ourselves the vampires, and we just kept jumping around couches. I don't know. I felt like it was very like grade school romping that was going on.
It was such a great time, and then it just turned so dark.
Yeah,
I think maybe Lisa Ferragamo gave it to me.
We name names.
Well, I mean, she's like a mother, and I don't know what she does. Hopefully not like a teacher. I don't know. Jody Sellers will take care of it.
But yeah, we were in the bathroom peeing at the same time, me and Pat. This is a great story. It's a really fun one.
I wonder. I
terrible
as it
probably
told it, but I like telling it again.
And he was peeing, and I guess he had some kind of he fainted a bit from the pressure drop or something. And I watched him because I was washing my hands and there were no doors in the stalls. And I watched him sort of just spin slowly backwards and slam his head on the tile floor. And a pool of blood started coming out of his head.
And you run out and you come to get me. I was at Lee and Sam's room.
Yeah.
Your two
Our
girlfriends,
exes.
respectively. Yeah. Your exes. Pat's married to Sam. Anyway. So yeah, you guys come and get me. And then I think you're kidding. And I'm like all high.
I didn't know what to do. And I was like,
funny.
do we call
Pat's dick's gonna be out.
Right. Which, it might have been. I don't remember.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. He had time to tuck. Yeah, and I remember his eyes rolled in the back of his head, and there was a pool of blood. It was as visceral as you can get.
I walked in and I was like, oh my God. And I was like, and then he kind of got up and he was like, he wasn't talking, and he was like, and he was moved me, and then he went right to my room and laid down on Danny's bed.
Pillow.
On Danny's pillow, and he was pissed that there was blood on it. He didn't care about that.
I mean, that's funny to think about. I get his point of view.
Like, oh my God, is he okay?
Right.
You'd be like in your own head, you'd be like, oh, the blood. And the first
I
thing
know.
is just like a pillowcase. But anyway, so another thing that happened that was weird was like I called 911.
We got in trouble for that.
Right. And then all this stuff is happening. Like I'm worried about them. I'm like, I almost have like a panic attack. I fall and drag my face on the ground.
Yeah, you were running. You were running from the bathroom to get your phone or something, and you fell. You tripped over your feet and fell and like slammed your face on the floor by the door.
Yes.
And
I
there's
got
pictures.
Like and yeah, I'm like all cut up on the face.
It took you a while to heal. What did you tell your parents?
I forget. Wow,
Because your
what
face
did
was
I tell
fucked.
my parents? That was fucked.
Yeah.
It was bad.
And I remember like he fell and you fell. I'm like, oh my God, am I next? I was like worried that like everyone was falling.
I think I told them I fell skateboarding.
Okay.
And I think my parents were like, all right.
It's funny.
They were like, oh, and your nose is fine? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, but we were chastised for calling 911.
Well,
because
so the like cops came and also campus security, and campus security was like, the cops like immediately go to Pat's eyes with a flashlight. And this is what I wanted to talk
it was
about.
cops and an ambulance. It was like everyone showed up.
Yeah. EMT goes and like looks at Pat's eyes and just goes, it was pot brownies. Right.
Yeah.
And what do I say? I go, I'm so sorry, but it was pot cupcakes.
That's right.
As if like they were gonna like check, and I wanted to be honest. You know what I mean?
And I guess campus security didn't want police to be involved.
So campus security
why?
told the police like, we'll take care of it, and then they go. They weren't even mad at us. They were like, you guys like, all right, who started the fight? And we were like, there was no fight. He hit his head, and Pat was like, I hit my head, and like, and I but it looked like I'm bashed up.
I know, that's the thing. This is
like
separate. I fell.
And I was like, no, we're fucking lame, bro. Like,
yeah, I
we're
know.
not fighters.
That is funny that's what it looks like.
Oh yeah, of course. But like, we're all dorks, so it's like there's definitely no fight. Anyway, so they were like,
that was such an adventure in retrospect. I know it was a terrible day, but like I think of it fondly, I have to say. As terrible as it was.
No, I'm pretty sure though that you also were like,
I'm telling you that
banned from Ryder. Well, Pat, so Pat was banned from Ryder. This was my sophomore year. He continued to date Sam for two more years. So 2.5 years.
Yeah, he's still
banned from campus, but still coming back.
I never got a letter. I don't think they ever got my ID because I didn't do anything wrong. They were just like, you have to leave tonight.
Yeah, they did tell us that we had to
anything.
leave tonight. I can't believe that I got in zero trouble too.
Zero
trouble.
There's no proof that anyone did anything wrong except Pat, who admitted to what he did. You know?
I guess you're right. But campus security was more mad that we called 911. They were like, you gotta call campus security. I'm like, I don't fucking know the number. And
what are you gonna do? Like, what happens if he hits his head and we need
it's 0,000.
Yeah, I know.
So I remember he said that.
I think that I call bullshit on that. I mean, our friend hit his head, had possibly a traumatic brain injury, was bleeding out of his head, and his eyes rolled back. And I'm supposed to call the dorks over at the front gate and ask them what to do? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
I know. I think I called our friend Lisa Ferragamo, full name, and she was. I think I called her, and I think I was like, they were laced.
With what?
I don't know. Weed. I mean, they were laced.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never. I want to tell my parents that. See what they say.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, you got to come clean about some of these things and let me know how it goes with your parents, because there's a bunch of stuff like that. I'm pretty sure my parents know almost all my foibles.
Do they know that?
Fact. I don't know. I'll ask them.
Oh, can we record that? Can we have them on?
Sure.
That's a good one. And the fact that you guys I remember driving away. That was fucked up.
Why, you had to leave too?
Well, I left too, and the three of us drove back to Staten Island. And I think you guys stayed at my parents' house. Or
I remember I had to drive. I was like, oh my God, I got to drive now?
Yeah. And I just went with you. And
everyone fell asleep in the car, and I had to listen to Rage Against the Machine to stay awake because no one could, like, everyone was drowsy. It was like a long and taxing day.
Yeah.
And nobody was talking to me because everyone was sleepy and I had to drive. So I remember putting Rage on. Why did you leave? What are you looking up?
Oh, sorry.
More of the mass deleted scenes?
Sal texted me about something. Sorry. What'd you say?
Why did you have to leave?
I think I just felt bad, and I wanted to make sure like Pat was okay, and I also wanted to just like get out of there in case like security was going to come back. I didn't
Yeah.
want. I didn't want it. I wanted to just like get
Flee
away
the
from
scene.
flee the scene. Yeah, flee the scene. And I was like, our RA was really cool. It was Gio, and he was really cool with everything. And I was just like hoping he wouldn't get in trouble. And he didn't. And I think it was fine. But I think I was just like, we got to get out of here. Also, I think I was going, you know, we would go back to Staten Island pretty often, have weekends
it's true.
there.
Well, anyway, that was a great time. I was looking forward to sleeping over, but
Was that,
otherwise
like-
it was a good night.
But that wasn't it the second day?
Oh, maybe, yeah. The day after we crashed, yeah. That was
Yeah,
like my budding relationship with Lee. I think, did I sleep at our place that night? I don't remember if we were together yet.
That's so funny that you both started dating two best friends dating two best friends.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of nice.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
And
It's too bad it didn't work out.
And one went really, really
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And then Pat and Sam got married.
Exactly.
That's so funny. Are you going to invite, now that you're going to have a different wedding, are you going to invite Lee to it?
Now that it's smaller, yeah. I think it's
The
only right.
original date, I think we probably talked about this. The original date was her birthday.
Yeah. Not, I'm aware of this, but yeah, it's Allie's mother who passed away. That was her birthday. So she kind of wanted to do it as a gesture or as a way to like, have like a nice sort of subtle in memory of. And I was like, that's a beautiful idea, Allie. There's just one thing that you should know about that day. What are you gonna do?
Is that the right thing to do? I don't even know.
What, to tell her?
Yeah.
I mean, I think so.
I mean, I guess it should be inconsequential, but it's for our friend group and for who that is. It's
just
very
funny. Yeah. It's so stupid.
So how are you feeling about the wedding? Do you think it'll change? Oh, wait. So last time we talked too, you said that you were supposed to pay by now. Like the date was coming up.
Oh yeah, they haven't contacted me, so I don't know. Maybe they're like hoping when I call it off. I don't know.
Well, you could get out whenever you want now, huh?
That's the idea. I just want to make sure my options are open. We already sent out saves of dates. I guess I don't know how that would go. Telling people like whoops.
Unsave. Put out unsave the date.
Yeah, exactly.
Should I put my light on? Look how like grainy I got.
It looks the same to me. Okay. Should I put my light on?
It's gonna be purple. I don't think you have to.
It's ready. It's blue.
Talk to me about mattresses.
I don't know. Allie picked out the last one, and then the cat.
Is it good or does it suck?
It's good, but like any mattress, I think after a while you start to just get too used to it. I think it would be nice if we could rotate it.
I rotate mine like every single time I change the sheets.
The problem is, well, that's a real to do.
Sometimes I go this way, and sometimes I flip it over this way.
I want to try it, but the cat peed at the bottom of the bed when we first got him, and like we sprayed it with Nature's Miracle, which is like an enzyme for like urine and stuff.
I have that. Yeah. I'm all about Nature's Miracle.
Yeah.
Now. I have a dog.
I know, but I still feel like it's subtly there, that smell, and I don't want to rotate the mattress.
You smell it?
I think so.
Yikes!
Yeah, it's cat piss, man. That stuff is insidious.
I'm not sure if that's the right word, but
it is insidious. Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's like evil. It's like
yeah, but that's not what you meant. I think you meant like it'll stay in there.
But it's meaning it sneaks up on you and it doesn't go away. It's like insidious.
All right,
it's
fine.
Sinister.
Fine.
I was being hyperbolic.
You're perfect.
No.
The reason why is because when are you supposed to buy a new mattress?
I guess when you're sick of your old one. I don't know.
Oh.
Why?
I want to keep mine. I want to have mine for the because they're expensive. So I want mine but I think mine was from like IKEA. It wasn't too expensive. And I move it every time because it's easy. My bed's like really low to the ground.
Yeah,
so
it's
really
easy.
You just pick it up, you flip it, you twist it.
When we used to work at Marie's, I remember that Mario, the owner, he got a new mattress. And it was like a big conversation piece among all the workers. She's like, "Where'd you get it? Oh, how much is it? Oh, you got to pay it off, huh?" It was like a $5,000 mattress, and you had to like pay it off over time. And it was like, we talked about it for a week. This new mattress he was getting, so it is a big deal.
Love it?
Yeah, he was obsessed with it.
I might get a Tempura.
Tempur-Pubic.
Hold on. Tempur-Pedic.
Yeah, that's it.
Tempur-Pedic.
I like Tempur-Pubic.
I can't believe I had so much trouble with that.
You're having a hard time with words today.
Dude, they're my enemy.
They're insidious, right?
So I might get that or a purple mattress. I haven't tried that.
I heard the purple ones aren't that good.
I have a purple pillow and I don't like it.
Imagine
But I
that
feel
being your
bad.
whole mattress.
I feel bad because Jake Van Wagner, who's worked doing a bunch of purple things,
I know.
he kept being like, "Yo, get me a purple mattress, get me a purple pillow for free. What's the hookup?" And then he brought me one that was used in a commercial, so he was like, and then he didn't want it, and then they're really heavy. They're like 50
I know.
pounds or something. He brought it to New York from Utah
On the plane?
on a plane and gave it to me at the office,
Wow.
and I even had to carry it home, and it was like, geez, this thing is heavy.
And you don't like it.
And
So
I
why
don't
would you get a whole
really love
mattress
it.
made of that?
I don't know. I thought maybe if it's like under you, it's different because you kind of sink into it. And I don't like that for my head. For my head, I want some firm support. I almost like my head to be like this. What's your pillows? What's your bed situation? What do? You side, back,
I
stummy?
start to fall asleep on my side, and then I abruptly wake up in 10 minutes from a dream or something really quickly. And I have to
Really?
start all over and kind of try and lay on my back. I don't know. I try not to think about it. I usually wake up quickly after I fall asleep, though.
No matter side or back or anything?
Yeah, sometimes it's like a breathing thing where like I start on my side, which is most comfortable, and I have like a pillow that I'm like
Yeah.
maybe have between my legs.
I got one of those. Yeah, I do that. I gotta do pillow between legs. And then let's say I'm on my left side here. I like my head to be like, I like to have sort of a folded up pillow action,
Mhm.
kind of like get me like that. Or if the other way, I'll still use the leg pillow, but I'll lay like on top and like have one leg over it, but like on my stomach. And then this arm is here, like
Yeah.
up and like with the pillow on it. Like imagine I'm dabbing,
Right.
with the pillow.
Yeah, I
And-
do that sometimes.
Yeah, that's a good one. But sometimes that, you might like your arm, you might wake up and your arm's dead. And every time I wake up and my arm is like, asleep, I'm always like, oh, this is the time that I did it for too long and I've now lost
I know.
circulation.
I know. That horror story.
Which has happened to people.
I know.
Don't go to sleep drunk.
I think I told the story. Someone
don't
fell asleep and lost
remember.
limbs. Someone fell asleep and lost limbs. One of Allie's friends'
that's
patients.
That's horrifying.
Terrible stuff.
Horrifying. But yeah, I think you have to be pretty blackout for that.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the last time I was blackout. Like I might drink a lot, but it's usually like 1 to 2 cocks tops.
Yeah. Top of the Cox chart.
At the wedding, I think I had like 4, maybe 4 or 5 cocks.
At the Halloween thing, it was like a Taurus full moon or something. Do people talk to you about charts and stuff?
No one ever talks to me about it.
I hear
I want to know.
fucking
I want
time.
to know more about that. I want to know more about crystals.
I'm so sick of Mercury being in retrograde. How often do you ever hear about this? It's
Yeah,
always in
often.
fucking Mercury in
I know.
retrograde.
It happens. I mean, the planets, they go around.
Oh, just shut up about Mercury already.
Hey, it sounds
Some
like
people-
somebody's got some Mercury in retrograde right now.
I guess people
It's
just
also good for some people. I think.
is that true? I don't know if that's
I have
true.
no idea, Joe.
Some people base their whole lives around it. Like they won't make any major decisions if Mercury is going to be in retrograde that week.
Maybe it's smart.
It's never affected me.
So you think?
So I think.
You wouldn't know.
So I'm pretty sure.
So you stink.
Well, I got into a kind of like a Joan Bergio argument where it's just
yeah.
like before you know it, like I say something stupid and then I have to double down and defend it.
Hit me with it.
I don't think it was stupid though.
I'll be the judge.
Someone was telling me a story. I forget exactly what it was, but I was making a point that like, Jen and Pete are dating. I was like me and Jen would never hang out, just the two of us. Like that's just like not the nature of our relationship. Like I don't ever see us. In so many words, I was like, I just don't see the two of us hanging out. That would be weird. And she's like, excuse me. And I was like, what? Wouldn't it be strange? Would you like to go get coffee with me sometime, Jen? Should we go get coffee? And she was like, no. And I was like, exactly. We just kept yelling at each other about it. And then Mary was like, was like, Joe, you're trying to get coffee with Jen? You're being so weird. Why? I was like, no, I'm not trying to get coffee with her. That's my point. We would never get coffee. And it was like, it just escalated from there, you know? But don't you know what I mean? Like sometimes the nature of your relationship dictates like it just won't happen. Like you think me and Lisa are ever going to like hang out sometime? I
don't
love
see why
Lisa, but
not.
I don't think so.
All right, Steph and Rich, I've hung out with both of them individually.
Okay, that's nice. But you shared, it made sense in the context of it. You shared a practice space with Rich, and you've known Steph since we were teenagers,
Mm-hmm.
you know, prior to their relationship. There's context to
Ask
it.
me another cup.
Another
A
cup?
couple.
Um,
I think I would hang out with Allie if she would want to.
yeah, yes, but like,
I could actually, Allie's a great hang. I would love to get a cocktail.
but what's the situation?
I think it would be something like, all right, here's the situation. We're going to do a double date, right?
Yeah, me and Lisa show up late.
Yeah. But like I would plan this maybe like if I like had nothing to do and Allie was like home, I'd be like, Allie, do you want to go to that place across the street, you know, the cocktail place, and we'll go an hour early, hang out, and then they'll meet us when they get off of work or whatever.
That's very nice. Yes,
I would do that.
It's possible that would happen, but it still is predicated on a double date happening shortly.
In fact, I think I would rather hang out with Jen alone than Pete alone.
Really?
I mean, I love Pete, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I only really know Pete in group settings, whereas Jen I've known longer.
I'm not saying I don't want to hang out
I
with
think
her.
me and Jen have more in common, which is
I've
also
known
funny.
her. I've known her longer too. I'm not saying it wouldn't happen. It would just kind of be an odd thing. It's just like unlikely to happen. And
Well, when you have that mentality, that's the
I guess
thing.
so.
It's all about mentality. And I'm surprised actually with this take from you. I'd expect you to be like, why not? You're always like, the world
But
has
I am,
so
why
many
not?
possibilities.
I am. Why not? I do think it would be fine, but I'm like, but wouldn't that be strange too? Like, it's not likely to happen.
You know, it would be strange, and I don't want it to be strange, but I think like if I hung out with Julie, Matt's wife, Julie, just me and Julie hung out. I don't know her enough that it would be like, I mean, anytime I talk to her, it's pleasant. Matt Accardi.
Sure.
You know?
I know who you mean.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if you were.
I was thinking about it.
But I don't know her enough. I do feel like I now know Nicole, which is Chris Vert's wife. I know her enough that I'd be like, I'd get a drink with Nicole. She's funny.
She is, especially when she drinks.
Especially when we get to talk about Chris Vert.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it's true. Well, that's the thing though. I guess I'm not saying it's not likely to happen, but I kind of had this like moment, and I think the Brownies were really kicking in, where I just like yelled it loud. I was like, "We'll never hang out!" Like it became a thing.
Oh man, that's a good
Yeah.
Joe Ambrosio voice.
I know.
We'll never hang out. I mean, yeah, I understand the inkling there.
Yeah.
But Jen's a
I went
weird
extreme
one
with it.
because you and Jen have known each other for a long time. It's Allie's best friend.
I know.
You really went out on a limb there.
I know. I took a swing and I clipped it. It was
Yeah,
a foul ball.
You might have to cut off that
It was
limb
a pop fly.
from sleeping on it.
Yeah, I know.
We both did separate jokes about the limb. Like you
Yeah.
went like a baseball route.
I know.
Why did you
Talking
go
over each other, and
that territory?
that's strange.
Yeah.
Well, I just watched this movie. I've seen it before, but I watched it again recently, called Everybody Wants Some. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's good. It's almost like the spiritual successor to Dazed and Confused by the same writer director. Have you seen that one?
Dazed and Confused?
Yeah.
I don't think all the way through, but I've seen it like 100 times on TV. But I think I always watch it like in between commercials, and then I'll change the channel because I'm the kind of person that does that, and I'll miss parts. But I think I've seen it.
They're both just great slices of life.
Yeah.
This one, it takes place, I think, in I don't know, late 70s, maybe early 80s.
The spiritual successor. Who's the guy who wrote that?
Richard Linklater.
Oh yeah. I've seen a lot of his films.
This one's good. Yeah, it's just fun. It's just like a men's baseball team on the first weekend of college. They're like the college baseball team, and it's just them getting into like antics together.
So
I recommend it.
I also recommend the movie. Have you heard of this movie, Arizona?
No.
Don't look anything up about it. Not that
What year is it?
like 2018 or something. I'll spill the beans in terms of like what I think is interesting about it. It's like a pretty star-studded cast, not like big stars, but comedy stars. And it's it's a dark comedy, but don't look. I mean, like, I just don't think people should watch trailers. I hate trailers,
Mhm.
and I think that this one would probably serve you better if you didn't.
Can you give me some kind of general synopsis or log line?
I don't really want to. I'll tell you what I
What
like
kind of movie is
about
it? Comedy, drama, dramedy?
comedy. It's like a dark comedy,
Okay.
and it's what's his name from Eastbound?
Danny McBride?
Yeah, Danny McBride is in it. And did you watch Mad Men?
Yeah.
This is a good question for you. Do you know the first Gumar from Mad Men?
Yeah, I can't remember her too well.
Yeah, her last name's like Rosewater or something.
Hmm.
Rosemary.
I
You
don't
know who
know.
she is? Anyway,
No. She's in it?
the lead and she's great. And that's so I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
But like, there's other little cameos with like Seth Rogen and like a bunch of people.
Oh, have you heard of it's called Georgia? And it's about this
That's
lawyer.
Arizona.
think.
Oh, that Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, just is Marv Griffin in it?
Yeah, it stars Marv Griffin, Merv Griffin's brother, who was an actor.
I forgot his
Yeah.
name.
And it stars Marv Griffin in Georgia, and he plays a lawyer who
Uh-huh.
who
What kind of law?
well it's family law, I think.
Mm.
I don't want to give too much away.
Mm.
I don't want to give the plot away too much. Don't watch the trailer for it.
Okay.
But I know that they set up like a phone, like a hotline you could call.
Hmm.
Like sort of like like those like alternate reality games that they do for like viral marketing. Have you heard of these?
Yeah.
Like Westworld would do that, where they make the website for Westworld and you can log in and like talk to the computer and stuff. It's kind of
Oh,
like
really?
that, where you can
Oh.
call 770-415-9848 and you can talk to this lawyer.
And ask him like
From
you
the
could
movie.
pretend to have like law questions.
Yeah. You could ask all kinds of stuff like family law, like if you want your will made, if you want to get a divorce.
And what's crazy is he'll also do a Westworld robot voice.
Yeah, that's right. So if you call 770-415-9848 and ask for Jody, I think his name is.
Ask for Jody and then specify if you want robot voice
Yeah.
or if you want law advice.
Yeah, exactly. It's one or the other, but you can definitely call and request that. We 100% guarantee, and he backs up this advertisement right now. I believe.
Jody is he's really good at social media.
Yeah, he's got.
He does like a breakdown of our podcast every week.
Yeah, it's a better job than us.
Oh my god!
We don't even put descriptions anymore.
I know. I wish he would do it. I wish he would just do it for us. But we don't have we don't have anything
the
right.
Infrastructure for this.
I know. I'm trying to find his social media now. Here it is.
It's the Sellers Law Firm.
Whoops. Wasn't following.
All right.
At Sellers Law Firm, not the Sellers. He's on Twitter. On Twitter, it's at Sellers Law Firm.
Okay.
But fun stuff.
Yeah, he's got a Santa promotion coming up or something. Is it you can virtually sit on Santa's lap, or you can really sit on his lap?
Huh. Good question.
Because I saw there was something about that.
He also wrote, attempting to sponsor Pod Important. Hey, Casey Jost and SI Bad Boy, can we get a reference over here? What the fuck?
He wants to sponsor another podcast. Nothing wrong with that. Spread the love. You offended?
No.
Who's that podcast that he's trying to
Adam?
get us to sponsor?
Oh, it's like the Workaholics guys.
Right. Do you know them?
I've met them, yeah, but I don't know them. No, we're not like, we don't hang out. We're not friends.
How do we give them a reference?
I wouldn't get coffee with them.
Right. How do we give them a reference for Jody? What does that entail exactly?
I don't know.
I guess we should leave a comment. I can do it from the JB Squadcast.
I'll back that up.
Let me see. What should it say?
Yeah, I'll write it on mine too, just so that you know what I mean, like my personal one. What should it say? I sponsor.
Dear Workaholics guys, right?
Yeah.
Jody is a lawyer in Georgia.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
You should let him sponsor your podcast. Wouldn't
Should I
that be
write
funny?
definitely?
Yes.
So, dear guys, I wrote,
Right.
Jody Sellers is a lawyer in Georgia. You should definitely let him sponsor your podcast. Anything else?
It would be great, LOL.
We often mess up his phone number.
And he still comes back every week for more.
Still comes back for more. What is it? He still sponsors us.
Yeah. Plus you'll get a free will out of it.
Plus, he'll throw in a free will.
100% not joking. Serious. My wife works at Comedy Central.
I'm dead serious. And I'll put a wink.
Great. Okay. I feel like that's a pretty ringing endorsement.
Yeah. Both for this episode.
Yeah.
And, and which instead, maybe what kind of wink should I do?
Is there one that's a wink with its tongue out?
There's one where it's like crazy eyes. I'll do that one.
Okay.
I'll throw in a free will. I'm dead serious.
Right.
Okay. Replied.
Great.
Hey, must be the money.
Right.
And that should wrap it up, folks.
Okay.
Right? It's an hour. How are you feeling?
I'm surprised.
Otherwise?
I feel good. The Zabazine's hitting.
Yeah, mine didn't hit me too hard. I wonder if I just didn't put enough Zob in. Things are good.
I will leave off on this. I've been playing the new Star Wars game in VR.
Oh.
I haven't really been that into Star Wars in a while. I was when I was a kid very much. I think kind of let down by the more recent films. But I got to say, this is like a childhood dream come true. Flying an X-Wing and a TIE fighter around, feeling like you're in the cockpit. It's really incredible.
That's
breathtaking.
Cool.
It's very cool.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I haven't really played any video games. I got that whole Genesis system and I played it for a few weeks, and then it was in my bedroom, and I was like, I'll move it to the office, and that way, like, I'll be here. But now with this week off, I'm like, I don't even want to go near.
It comes in phases.
Office. Yeah, it does. Right.
I want to ask you this: do you have any any things that you do with the video game that you find to be like that will like almost little tips that like work on any video game? Like, for instance, an example is that every time you start a level, you know how usually you have to walk to the right? I always go to the left first because usually there's a power up or something hidden over there. You know what I mean? Are there any other things like that you can think of? Like, I don't know. That's definitely the one that comes to mind. Like, I always go left. I'm always like searching for the hidden items.
I do too. I always try to like jump on things twice or like double up things. There's certain bad guys I'll like, you could just kind of go past them, but I kind of like to kill everyone.
Yeah.
Like, in Sonic, you could just kind of go through and finish it, but I like to like get all the rings, kill every guy, break through everything.
Well, what's beautiful about that is you're releasing the animals inside the robots when you do that. So that's actually the best thing you can do is kill these robots.
I know. And I'm not really trying. And I guess you rack up more points that way, but you're also losing points because you don't get the time bonus.
Did you ever get Supersonic?
Oh yeah,
I never did.
Chaos Emeralds.
I never did.
Yeah, I did.
I'm impressed.
I think in Sonic 3,
It's like you're slinging some big dick right now with that. I say, wow, yeah, you wrapped it around your neck like a boa. Wow.
I can't actually remember if it's Sonic 2 or 3 because I think part of me thinks 2 because those were easier puzzles. Like, you get into it and there's like do 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 do, and you go up the sides of the wall and you get the coins.
Yeah, that's in 1 though, isn't it?
No, it's in 2. It might also be in 1.
I thought 2 is the one where it's like 3D and you're running.
That's 3.
Or it's like a tunnel, like a half pipe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
In 2?
In 2.
Okay.
2 is the half pipe. 3 is like it's the balls everywhere. That's 3D.
And 1 is like it's almost like a slot.
Doop 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 doop. And you go into 4 and they turn to coins.
Yeah. 1 is like a rotating, like you're almost like pinball.
I've never
platform.
played all of one.
It's only 6 levels.
I have it now.
It's pretty short.
3 is really short too, unless you combine Sonic and Knuckles.
It's only 6 levels, but each level has 3 acts instead of 2. Yeah.
Wow. Mic drop on the podcast right there.
I mean, that's an episode ender, I think. That is how you end an episode, my friend.
It's only 6 levels, but there's 3 acts.
Boom.
Oh man, I put it in there for a sec.
Great.
Let me write that down. I hate editing.
I know. It's not that much to it. If you write it down, it's a lot easier.
I know. Joe Ambrosio style.
Yeah.
I don't want to hang up.
You do.
I don't.
Oh, you don't have to. What do you want to do?
I know. I don't know. I'm having fun.
Yeah. You miss Zooming?
No.
Yeah, I know.
It's been nice being off. I've been doing some extra music stuff with Brooks.
Yeah, I like that song you sent a lot.
So I sent that song, and today I found an old song that I had recorded. I sent it over to him, and I was just like, I don't know if we could re-record this, or I don't know if it inspires anything. And he sent it back to me with some of the most beautiful vocals, like a melody and like lyrics I've ever heard. I literally
awesome.
At one point went, like it was really nice.
That's cool.
It was really cool. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, it's an exciting feeling.
This demo, and I'll play it.
Okay.
As a sneak peek.
Because you love editing, so.
Yeah, that's fun though. I mean, it's at the end of the episode. It's
right.
like, take us away with our famous catchphrase, Joe.
Before you suck it.
No, I meant the Sonic thing.
Oh. There's only 6 levels, but each level has 3 acts.
You bought me some punch in the gymnasium. My science teacher's watching from afar. The band is playing Elvis. You look into my eyes. I don't know if you can tell this, but I started to cry. We're spinning round in circles as they open up the door. Somehow I can't see you anymore. Someone dropped their drink and it's sticking to our feet. Someone blocked the entrance to the street.